Hey everybody, we are back with the Cabral concept. This is the first Cabral house call of the weekend, answering all of our community's questions every Saturday and Sunday. Thanks so much for joining me on this health journey. Each and every week, I try to get just a little bit better. I hope you do as well. And I think that over time, this leads to huge gains in our life. And it has always been my philosophy, once I came to understand this, that the more that we grow, the more that we learn, the more we can serve. The more we serve, honestly, the better we make the world, but the happier we are. I just know that the people out there right now, no matter how small of service that they're providing, at least in their own mind, they are happier. Meaning like the service is subjective. Sometimes we feel like, oh, we're not doing that much. Maybe sometimes we feel like we're doing a lot. That's subjective. The impact is real. Everyone I know who provides a service, who tries to help another individual, whether it's for a nonprofit or charity or just in everyday life, starts to feel that much better. And that's why I really believe this and I try to teach. Inside of Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, whether you're becoming a health coach or not, it's all about learning from these Cabral house calls or books that you read, podcasts you read, and then trying to share that information with others. So if you hear anything today, I just recommend that you try to share it with another individual. It could be a game changer for them in their life. I just remember way back in the day, I'm 18 years old, I'm a certified nutritionist, I'm a certified personal trainer. I don't know that much back then, right? I'm just getting into it, but I'm learning, I'm loving it. I learned something, I teach it. Every day, I'm making $8 an hour. This is not a high paying, job or anything like that, but I feel great at the end of every day. Not so much my physical body because I was still sick at that time, but mentally I said, wow, this is a lot of fun. I love this. I love to be able to share this information. And that's almost, it's addictive in a good way because then I wanted to learn more. And the more I learned, the more I could help myself. And the more I could honestly help myself, the more energy I had, the more I could help others. So just really nice as we're heading into the new year. I just maybe hope that you adopt a little bit of that same philosophy that it's not how much you do that you feel you're doing in the grand scheme of things. It's what you do for one other individual, paying it forward in some way, helping them to find the answers that they need. All right, let's dive into today's show where, I do my best to answer your wellness, your weight loss, your anti-aging based questions. Sometimes it's weight gain, sometimes it's, longevity, whatever it might be. If it's related to health in both mind and body, I want to do my best to help you with that. Of course, I can't provide any medical advice, medical cures, medical diagnosis, or anything medical in any way, because that's not legal. And so we wouldn't do anything illegal like that. All right, so what we're gonna do is get started now. First question is from Chris. Chris says, hello, an orthopedic surgeon has determined that my x-ray states I need a knee replacement. I'm in pain every day and I'm on Naproxen and have not worked since May of 2023. I should get a second opinion. Should I get a second opinion on my knee? Is Naproxen killing my gut microbiome? Okay, so first and foremost, always get a second opinion. Legitimately, it's your body, and it's like you're going to have a part of your body removed, such as the knee, and a new foreign part put in. Now, do I think that is necessary in many cases? I do. So there's no doubt about it. When it's bone on bone, all the anticular cartilage has really been worn away. You are in pain every day. That is painful. But I will share with you this. Knee surgery goes so much better if you've done rehab and strength training before the surgery. You recover faster and the muscles are stronger. It's so much better. It really is. So I can't recommend enough, strengthening the hamstrings, strengthening the muscles, the quadriceps around the kneecap, working on ankle mobility. It's just going to help you so much more. It really will. And then improve your nutrition. It really does help with rehab because of the inflammation as well, like the recovery. So, and then do your rehab. If you have to have surgery, do your rehab right away. You need to be able to get that flexibility or range of motion, they call it, as soon as possible. Yeah, it's not the most fun, but if you put in 2 months of work post knee surgery, because I've worked with so many clients with knee surgery, it pays dividends. Like it really does. So make sure you have a great surgeon. And do the work ahead of time, and then you'll be good. That's only if you need to do it. Now, your second and third opinion, one opinion should be an orthopedic that also does maybe stem cell or other rejuvenative-based treatments before you literally remove your knee and put in a new one, okay? So that might be a route to go. That's up to you. I can't give you any medical advice, so that's something to look at. And then the other opinion, the third opinion, would be from another orthopedic surgeon that just says, actually, we might be able to do this, or we might be able to do that. And so, yeah, ask a lot of questions, do your research. And then is naproxen killing my gut microbiome? Maybe, right? Like medications affect us all a little bit differently. Maybe. I would look at stomach mucosa, and I would look at obviously the intestines microbiome maybe as well. So there's one lab that can tell you that, and that is the bacteria and parasite stool test. I don't know if the link's stevencabral.com/stool-test. If it's not, it should be. That's an easy one, right? But you'll just be able to find it by going to stevencabral.com/shop, and it just sends you over to Equilife, where all of our labs are, and you'll be able to find the bacteria and parasite stool test there. Okay? And of course, we can help. We can fix with that. I mean, you really can. You can fix that. Okay. Jupi is up next. Hi, doctor. I do have psoriasis on my head, and it's all over my scalp. I have blisters on my body. If leave the blisters too long, I get infections, but I do open them and then I put cream on. I use Persivate cream and pills. Is there a diet? What I must take? Thanks, Jupi. Okay, so happy to help. I have lots of shows on psoriasis. I can't answer it in 2 to 3 minutes, but I can get you started. Okay, so what I don't want to do is say, oh, just take this vitamin. Just take this mineral. There are great vitamins and minerals for psoriasis, right? Magnesium, zinc, omega-3s, sure. But that's not getting to the root cause. The root cause in my practice that I've seen, and we work with not tens of thousands, 100,000 plus people with digestive issues. And then leading from that, autoimmune or skin, is digestive issues, okay? So first things first, we want to run the big three, okay? The big three are the bacteria and parasite stool test that I just shared with Chris. It's the food sensitivity test from an IgG perspective, and it's the Candida metabolic and vitamins test. All right, so if we don't do anything else, that's where we want to start. The second one, though, is psoriasis. In my opinion, from my practice, what I've seen is digestive issues and stress. So the next labs that I would run are the stress, mood, and metabolism test. So the big three plus the stress, mood, and metabolism. That's what I would run. If possible, run the whole big five. Honestly, and maybe you want to leave out the bacteria and parasite stool test, run the big five, and that gives you your omega-3s, your omega-6s, gives you your stress. It's a phenomenal, that's what I would do. Legitimately, that's what I would do. If you can, if you need a less expensive option, the starter kit, absolutely amazing. We're probably going to be renaming that for 2024, but it's going to be the same labs because it's all about the data. So that's where I would start. That's going to give you the answer without a doubt. Okay, Mandy's up next. Mandy says, hi, Dr. Cabral. My question is about muscle definition. I've been lifting for about 10 years and can definitely feel that I've gained a lot of muscle, but I can't see them. There's not much definition. I would love to hear your thoughts about what could be some of the reasons why. To give you some background, I'm a 47-year-old female. I lift 5 days a week, and for cardio, I walk 15 to 20,000 steps a day. I'm not overweight. I eat a healthy diet of about 2,000 calories per day. My hormones and thyroid are a bit lower, but I've been getting treatment for this. Thanks so much for your answer. Yeah, happy to help with this. I mean, this is literally what I ate, slept, and breathed from about 1996 to about 2009, 2010. And obviously, we still work with it today, but like that's all I did. That's literally all I did. Now, yes, I work with some athletes and, celebrities and all that, but like, this is what we did, body transformation. And I loved it because it really just comes down to science. And that's where I first discovered about tweaking variables. So for someone like you are so dialed in, 47-year-old female, 5 days a week strength training, and then cardio every day, 15 to 20,000 steps. Well, there you go. Like that's enough. Okay. So am I going to add more weightlifting? No. Am I going to add more cardio and steps? No. So we're good. So I don't know what your weight is. That's the only thing I didn't see. I would love to have known that number, but that's okay. And I know that you're eating about 2,000 calories a day. And I know that your goal is more definition, yet you've gained muscle, but you can't really see it. It's just body fat percentage then. That's literally what it is. Because the body fat, so think of it this way. We have our skin, and then below that, we have a layer called the subcutaneous fat. The subcutaneous fat is what covers the muscle. And we're not going to get into visceral fat and all that, but it covers then the muscle tissue, right? So then what do we need to do? Well, we can keep building more muscle underneath. When you look at professional bodybuilders, okay, they have the same amount of muscle before they start to diet down as to when they get on stage. But you would think that they had more muscle when they get on stage. No, it's actually slightly less because you lose some muscle through the dieting-based process. Not as much when you're on anabolic steroids and other things, but still some. And so they lose two things. One, body fat, and the other is water. And so when you look at that, they're losing what's covering the muscle, and they're just unveiling it. So for you, we actually need to focus a little bit more on the body fat reduction. And again, I know that this is a sensitive topic, so I want to be sensitive about it. But Manny came in asking, I don't have much definition. How can I get more definition? Well, the answer is actually to get rid of a little bit of that body fat. I'm not saying that there's a lot of body fat. I know you're not overweight, but you're looking to dial this into a further degree. You're at about 2,000 calories a day. Well, is it sometimes 2,200? Is it sometimes 21? Is it sometimes 2,000? Is that like the low water mark? So what I would say is this. What we're trying to do is probably decrease that to maybe 1,800 calories a day. And then we're also going to look at using natural things to boost your hormones and thyroid, all natural, herbs, vitamins. You might look at our functional medicine detox. You might look at our Fatlocity system after you do the functional medicine detox. That's where I would go. Like if you literally walk into our practice and you said, you know what, I'm this % body fat. In order to be able to see more definition, I need to get to this. Okay, I'm going to do a 21-day functional medicine detox. And then after that, I'm going to have a refeeding meal. So basically a cheat meal, carbohydrates, all that good stuff. Then I'm going to go into 21 days of Fatlocity. And then you're going to slowly add some of those carbs back in. And then you're also going to be doing, keep with the Fatlocity AM and PM. And then you're going to add in those carbs. And then you're going to be on for what's called phase 2 until you get to your goal. So, I mean, I don't know you, I've never worked with you, but from a simplistic standpoint, that's essentially what I'm going to do. All right, let's get into another question. All right, let's see here. Antoine is up next. Hi, I'm new here and loving it because my doc won't help me, and I try to find the cause of my hormone problems, thyroid, testosterone, and now digestive issues for the last 5 months. I'm 21, athletic, male. Since 2.5 years ago, I started to feel bad, low energy, brain fog, no libido, feeling depressed. After that, I start to lose muscle strength and I have muscle pain. For the last 5 months, I started to have food sensitivities like lactose. I don't know which food because I continue to have diarrhea every morning. I've done blood test, urine test, and stool test, and what it shows very clearly is low testosterone, low thyroid, and a bit of anemia. I don't drink, I'm lean, healthy, really good diet, and a little bit of supplementation with zinc, magnesium, and omega-3. Now I feel like I'm dying. I started to have hypothyroid and low testosterone for 2 to 3 years, and I don't know why, and my doc just wants to give me drugs without looking at the root cause. I did IRM brain scan, I'm assuming MRI brain scan, and no cancer here. I'm 21 years old and athletic. Okay, happy to help. Just based on your writing and the little accent marks, I'm assuming you're French, maybe even with Antoine as well. So happy to help. I have 7 years of French. Now, could I speak French to you? No, not really. Can I read French? To a degree. So there you go. That's the sum of my my French. So here's all kidding aside though. I understand where you're coming from, and this is what I would do. If possible, we do ship to France, but that's totally up to you. I would look at how do you improve your overall digestion first, and then moving on to the hormones. Because it seems like you might not be absorbing all the B vitamins, the zinc and the magnesium that you need. And that happens a lot of times with low stomach acid or not enough enzymes, right, to be able to break these things down. So I would look at that first. If you can, run a gut health test, something like the Candida metabolic and vitamins test. And then there's one other lab that I can't recommend enough, and that's the stress, mood, and metabolism test. So run the Candida metabolic and vitamins test and run the stress, mood, and metabolism test if possible. You don't have to run it with us over here in the US. You can also work with someone over in Europe if you're in Europe. Again, I don't know exactly where you are. So that's what I recommend, because if it is thyroid and it is testosterone and there is adrenals, well, we're going to do something for that. We're going to use daily testosterone support. We're going to use daily thyroid support. We're going to use the daily nutritional support on a daily basis. Yes, most likely some magnesium omega-3s, but we're not just doing that. We're also doing the lifestyle part. We're going to look at your sleep. If you're not getting 8 hours of sleep at night, that's important. If you're not getting 2 hours of REM and 90 minutes of deep sleep, okay, well, you're not going to be able to boost your testosterone and your energy levels there. We're going to look at your nutrition. If you're eating all throughout the day, we're going to move that down to 3 meals a day so that you eat food, digest, bring blood sugar levels back down, eat food, digest, blood sugars down, and then do it one more time. So these are all things that we're looking at. To be honest, if you've never read The Rain Barrel Effect, I would start there. It's going to teach you about this process. And at 21 years old, I mean, I wish I had these answers at 21 years old. So it's a good place to start. And you can find out, obviously, with The Rain Barrel Effect, it's free. Actually, international, you can get it at stephencabral.com/shop. It's only $14.95 there, $7.95 if you get it at the free, because you just pay for shipping. I pay for the printed book. So not too much more for, obviously, for international if you are international. So hopefully that was helpful. Again, I always want to help to my greatest and best ability, but you always start with the foundation. Never guess. Test when possible. If not, begin to look at the de-stress protocol that I write about in The Rain Barrel Effect. Thank you so much, everybody. That's it for today's show, but I'll be back tomorrow answering another 5 to 6 questions on our Cabral House Calls. Take care. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything. Functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.